Okay, Milarka, you may start.
Good day. So, we're here to represent, analyze, and then approach that we choose to watch, title A Silent Voice. So, um, first, we explain the ideology approach and also the analyze. So, the ideology approach is identifying the content, whether explicit, implicit, or symptomatic, with a certain attitude they perceive the film takes, or it is a interpretation of its ideology meaning. So, ang ideology approach na inanalyze namin dun sa A Silent Voice, it is a title, dun palang papasok yung ideology approach, yung title na A Silent Voice. So, yung explicit niya is, di ba sa isang movie or thriller, hindi natin malalaman yung takbo or nilalaman ng istorya kung hindi pa natin napapanood. Malalaman na lang natin yung takbo ng istorya or plot, flow, o ano man yan, is kung until kung napanood na natin siya. So, that is explicit. So, ang explicit naman is karaniwan sa movie, series, novel, or etc. Diba, habang nanonood tayo, nagkakaroon na agad tayo ng idea or something summary, review sa mind natin kung ano yung mangyayari sa bida, ano mangyayari dun sa movie, kung pangit ba yung ending, kung maganda ba yung ending, kung maganda yung plot, diba? So, nagkakaroon na tayo ng conclusion of mind. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng idea or pinapangunahan na natin yung mangyayari sa isang movie. Na, for example, sabi ko na nga ba yun yung mangyayari. Sabi ko na nga ba, ganito, ganyan. So, that is explicit that involve theology. Pumapaloob siya doon. So, that is ideology approach and inanalyze namin.
Okay, so what is formalist approach? A formalist approach looks at the film itself. It is a structures and form. Thus, while other approaches often use some degree of external evidence to analyze a film, a formalist approach will focus primarily on internal evidence. So, the formalist approach of the A Silent Voice movie is, doon sa movie, papasok sa pinaka-part na beginning na kung saan pinakilala or pinakita agad ng first character na si Neshemia doon sa movie na A Silent Voice, kung saan gumamit siya ng the notebook conversation. Ito yung tinatawag na formalist approach, and doon nagkakaroon ng reaction, judgment, or critic doon sa movie under the formalist approach, kasi the person or the characters will going to judge and to critic the person, Neshemia, kung sino siya, at magbibigay sila ng reaction based kung ano yung nakita nila within the personality of the person. Okay, so next we have a realistic approach.
So next is realistic approach. From the word realistic, it is a true happen into reality. So, realistic approach, analyze of A Silent Voice, it is kung ano yung meron doon. It is a love, suicide, bullying. So, kaya namin nasabi na realistic approach yun because it is actually happen na totoong nangyayari talaga sa may mga tao talagang suicide because of the bullying. So, that is a realistic approach or analyze of a silent voice. So, move on of the realistic approach. Next is contextualist approach.
So, what is contextualist approach? A contextualist approach is to analyze always considers a film as a part of some broader context. This can be a society at large, symptomatic interpretation, and the particular culture, time, and place where it was created. So, the contextualist approach on the movie A Silent Voice is based on the regret, forgiveness, acceptance. But totally nandoon yung the bullying, okay. So doon papasok yung sa contextualist approach under the movie A Silent Voice. And also the culture, ang kultura ng mga Hapon is doon sa movie na kapag ka nagsuot ka ng kimono para sa babae yung damit, and then kimono sa lalaki, based in reality, not also sa movie in reality, na kapag ka nagsuot ka ng the kimono is about finding someone, finding a partner. Kapag ka hindi naman is nakipag-cooperate ka lang or nakipag-participate ka dun sa festival or event na ginaganap. Okay, so mag-move tayo sa susunod.
A psychological approach is often identifies plot elements with theories of psychologists like Fred or Jung looking at sexual symbolism, treatment of the subconscious, representation of the ego and superego. So, the analysis of this psychological approach dun sa napanood namin na A Silent Voice is dun sa part na nagkukumit ng suicide si Nishimiya because she was a thief. She feel that naiiba siya sa ibang tao. Pakiramdam niya is ayaw siya ng ibang tao kasi mga ibang classmate niya or friend in the past is nilayuan siya. Nung nagkukumit si Nishimiya na mag-suicide is iniligtas siya ni Ishida na hindi nga dapat kailangan gawin yun, na hindi dapat siya mag-suicide, hindi nga dapat sayangin yung buhay niya because of that na hate siya ng ibang tao, and also hate niya din yung sarili niya. That's why he commit a suicide, pero iniligtas siya ni Ishida. Then after that, nung iniligtas siya ni Ishida na nag-commit na suicide, na tumalon dun sa apartment, na-hospital si Ishida because of this saving Nishimiya. So, dun pumasok yung ego ni Nishimiya na sinisisi niya yung sarili niya na kung bakit hospital si Ishida, kung bakit nangyari sa kanya yun, na sinisisi niya na dapat hindi niya na yun ginawa para hindi masaktan si Ishida na hindi ma-hospital. Kaya dun sa part na scene na nagsusorry siya mismo sa magulang ni Ishida sa mama niya na sorry, guminasay. Yun yung tinatawag na ego because she forget herself because of the happen. So, let's move on to psychological approach. So, the next approach that we analyze, it is a dualistic approach.
Okay, so what is dualist approach? The dualist approach looks for pairs of opposites, male, female, good, evil, light, dark, urban, or rural, that passively identifying them as symbolic of contrasting tendencies in society or human nature itself. So, Dun sa movie na A Silent Voice is papasok dun yung si Nishimiya. Si Nishimiya as being friendly, and then Ishida will be the bully. So dito pa lang sa part ng dualistic, nagkakaroon na tayo ng contrasting kung saan si Nishimiya represent as a person friendly or being the light, and while Ishida, the bully, will represent the dark. So tulad nga nung sabi ko sa dualist approach, there was a two types of a thing na hindi po pwedeng babalance. Nagkakaroon tayo ng contrasting. For example, wala namang kasing pulis kung walang magnanakaw. Right? Wala namang, hindi magkakaroon ng matalino kung walang taong mahina. Ganun yung example ng dualist approach. Nagkakaroon tayo ng contrasting, contradict. Okay, so magmo-move tayo sa susunod.
Next is a feminist approach. So, ano nga ba yung feminist approach? So, a feminist approach, it is to analyze, concentrate on the portrayal of women in a film where they strong, weak, stereotype, protagonist, antagonist, or etc. So, the analyze of feminist approach of a movie A Silent Voice, it is a Nishimiya. It is a strong despite of her situation. Kahit na ganun yung sitwasyon niya, kahit na deep siya, is pinipili niya pa rin na maging malakas at matapa. Yun. So, she was weak also because she commit suicide. Naisipan niya pa rin mag-suicide. Kaya, mahina pa rin siya. Parang, nagpatalo siya sa emosyon na tumatakbo dun sa isip niya. Then, Nishimiya is, she was a main lead or protagonist on the movie on A Silent Voice. Ang antagonist doon is yung mga classmate niya na nang-bully sa kanya, na siya. Ayun. So, that is a feminist approach.
Okay, so the next one we have the Marxist approach. So what is a Marxist approach? A Marxist approach critic will attempt to associate characters and event in a film as representative of class struggle, labor versus management, poor versus rich, oppressive governments, and other Marxist socio-political concerns. And so, doon tayo sa movie na kung saan papasok yung Marxist approach. Yung pinagdaanan ni Nishimiya, who have been bully of his classmate na si Ishida. Then how she managed to overcome her situation and how she handle and face the reality. So basically sa totoong buhay, or kahit naman hindi sa totoong buhay, sometimes kapag hindi mo na makontrol yung emosyon, you will decide to commit a suicide. So under that suicide, before ka mag-suicide, okay ka nga, dumadaan ka muna sa iba't ibang stage of anxiety, depression, and etc. So kapag hindi mo na makontrol yun, kasi nga diba, na nabubuli ka, punong-puno ka na ng emotion, punong-puno ka na ng fear, and then that will the time na papasok na dun yung suicide. And yung kay Nishimiya, dahil nga binubuli siya ng classmates niya, binubuli siya ni Ishida na she was trying to be friend with, is parang nagkaroon siya ng doubt sa sarili niya na despite of her situation as a diff is walang taong or walang kaklase or person around her na trying to pursue or to understand her situation. So yun yung Marcy's approach under ng a silent voice analyzation. So let's move to the other one.
So, after Marcy's approach, next is generic approach. So, ano nga ba yung meaning ng generic approach? A generic approach is look at a film as a representative of genre, comparing it with others films from the same genre and finding meaning of identifying, sharing symbolic motif or variation from the expected formula. So, a generic approach na ina-analyze namin sa napanood namin na Silent Voice, it is kung ano nga ba yung genre nung A Silent Voice. So, ang genre ng A Silent Voice, it is a romance, teen, drama, o animation. So, a symbolic, ano nga ba yung simbolo or nire-represent nung A Silent Voice na kung ano yung dun sa movie na yun. Forgiveness, acceptance, regret, kindness, fairness, and etc. So, yun yung sinisimbolo nung A Silent Voice. So, it comes or actually happened in reality at the same medyo may pagkaparehas sa realistic approach, yung generic approach na na-explain namin noong una.
Okay, so we have the last approach, which is the genetic approach. The genetic approach follows a film through all stages of its creation and release. It will examine and evaluate various drafts of the story and script memos about changes during production, continuous through various cuts of the film made for preview audience, theatrical release, re-edited, re-release, television and video editions, and later definitive director's cut. Okay, so dun sa movie na A Silent Voice, which is we're going to tackle the last analyzation, is the genetic approach of the movie is a young man is ostracized by his classmate after he bully a deaf person, which is Nishimiya, and this person or this Nishimiya left after what happened to her, what she experienced during his school days. And after a year, Ishida were set off one path for redemption. The story revolves around Shoko Nishimiya, a grade school student, and the second lead characters of the movie A Silent Voice is Ishida. So si Nishimiya doon is he has that impaired hearing. May ginagamit siyang hearing aid, but kapag wala siya nun, she was using a notebook conversation to communicate with her classmate. So the genetic approach is actually given for a review, a summary, or a trailer that we primarily know about a movie kapag may nire-release, may mga nire-release na movie. So yun yung pinaka main objective ng genetic approach. Okay? Then, susunod, magbibigay kami ng a moral or the lesson that we have learned from this movie. Okay, so Milarka, we're going to give the a moral lesson that she had learned from this movie, A Silent Voice. So Milar, you may give your opinion or the moral that you have learned from this movie.
So, ano nga ba yung moral lesson ng A Silent Boy? So, para sa akin, yung natutunan ko o na ko dun sa moral lessons na A Silent Voice, it is you have to learn overcome your own problem, that you have to reach out to others for help when maybe others should be looking for people who are vulnerable and helping them out as well. So yun yung natutunan ko dun sa na pinanood naming A Silent Voice or na ko dun sa moral lesson nun. So, kailangan natin i-overcome problems natin at kung paano natin mariresulta yung challenge or sabi nga dun is a problem, kung paano natin siya may tutuwid or paano natin siya ma-resolbahan. So, that's my moral lessons o natutunan dun sa Silent Voice na napanood. So, ang magbibigay din ng moral lessons, my partner is Rosalita.
Oh, for me, what I have learned for this movie, A Silent Voice, and what are the essence and the lesson or moral that taught me about life. So, a Silent Voice truly touches on the core idea that we had of how we choose, or not totally choose, but to treat others, and teaches us some important life lessons, such as embracing others, and despite of the fear, despite of the awkwardness, but you were trying, or you should apologizing and seeking redemption for past wrongs that you did, and to treat each other with respect and kindness. Kasi nga dito sa mundo o sa buhay natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng the unfair treatment with other people. Kasi nga minsan may tawag dito, may dalawang klase ng tao, the toxic, and then the other one is the pride. Yung sa toxic is pinapakisamahan ka lang yan kasi out of action or effort na ipapakita mo or na ibibigay mo dun sa tao. And then doon sa ma-pride is kumbaga hindi ka niya in-embrace, hindi ka na tinitreat as a friend or what. Doon pumapasok yung pride na you're not forgiving, or you're not letting someone to give an idea or to give some advice, such as the love. Doon pumapasok yung the love, and also yung pinaka short summary ng A Silent Voice is the forgiveness, the rewitness first, and then forgiveness, and then acceptance. Kasi, di ba nga, yung bullying is not, hindi lang siya nangyayari sa school, but definitely, kahit saan. Nagre-revolve din siya sa bahay, kahit nasa ang lugar ka. But, mostly nangyayari siya sa school. Kasi, people will critically or easily judge you on how you walk, how you dress, on how personality or characters you may show. Kasi nga, we have different perception. Hindi mo rin masisisi kung paano ka tignan ng iba, kasi it's their own freedom of what do you call this one? Freedom of speech. It is not totally a judgment, but the critic of idea kung paano ka tignan ng tao. But dito, yun nga, tulad ng sabi ko, the moral or the lesson is giving the respect, the fairness, and the right treatment to anybody.
Analyze of Silent Voice is pinakita ng dalawang tao dun kung paano nila nilabanan yung thoughts nila, yung totoong nararamdaman nila na feeling, ayun nga, fairness, feeling na nag-iisa sila, feeling na parang nasa dilim, na naghahanap ng liwanag. Ayun. So, kung paano nila malalagpasan yung judgment ng isang tao, ng kung paano nila malalagpasan yung challenge ng buhay nila. Ayun. So, ano nga ba yung purpose nung A Silent Voice? Ang purpose ng A Silent Voice, it is to give inspire, to give a lesson, to give acknowledge or linawan, to reflect kung reflect into reality na nangyayari sa buhay natin, sa totoong buhay natin. Ayun, so sabi nga ng partner ko na hindi lang sa school nangyayari yung ganong pangyayari ng bullying, kahit sa anong lugar, sa bahay man yan, sa school man yan, sa office, kahit sa isang part man yan, basta kahit sa isang lugar, nangyayari yung ganyang bullying or So, yun yung purpose ng A Silent Voice. So, I don't know if my partner have or had adding purpose of A Silent Voice. So, Rosalinda, do you have any opinion or any ideas of purpose of A Silent Voice?
If anybody can watch, or if you can watch this movie, is you can literally be affected or to learn something with this movie, that ang pinoportray niya or pinapakita niya is a true to life story, na sometimes kung sino pa yung mga taong nagtatry to reach out, is sila pa yung hindi nabibigyan ng attention. Kaya yun nga, nagsusuicide, nagko-commit ng suicide. So yun lamang po, and that's the end of our our reaction and analyzation of the A Silent Voice. Minari ka, arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigato.